Yo, what is up guys? So today, thanks to this comment here, I'm going to be showing you if Tool made the song Nevermind by American Football. Now, honestly, my first thoughts when I saw this comment were, why? Why would anyone think to take these two completely different worlds and put them together? But then I thought a little bit more and realized that prog rock and Midwest emo actually have quite a bit in common. You've got odd time signatures, technical guitar riffs, and questionable lyrics. And trust me, there's many more examples. But my next thought was, how am I going to do this? So let me show you my attempt. So something I just want to mention quickly here is I'm not really going to be going super in-depth with the tones that I'm going to be using here, and that's because I've already made a video breaking down exactly how to get Tool's tones with both free and paid plugins. So I highly recommend checking out that video if you want to look at those tones. I'll have it linked in the cards. And yeah, let's get into it. So I started the track out with this intro, and I'm going to be using drop D tuning, which is pretty much the standard tuning for Tool. Of course, the original Nevermind was recorded in FAC GCE tuning, which is a pretty common Midwest emo tuning, but I wanted to give this that Tool feel, so I'm going to be using drop D. This is what I came up with. So I have a little bit of flanger and a little bit of delay on that track, and a little thing I'm doing to give it that Nevermind kind of sound is I'm doing that same pull-off thing that you hear at the start of the Nevermind riff, you know, that little... Except I'm doing that starting on the 12th fret of the A string, which sounds like this. And I think doing that pays a nice bit of homage to the original song. So let's move on to the next thing I recorded, which is the bass. So let me grab my bass. So Justin Chancellor, the bassist for Tool, he's honestly one of my favorite bass players of all time. Not only does he play these really great and really solid bass lines in songs, but he also plays these really cool leading melody lines, like in the song 46 and 2, for example. So I wanted to try create something that was somewhat inspired by that kind of playing. This is what I came up with. So that comes in about halfway into the intro. So I think that was a pretty good attempt at getting that Justin Chancellor sound. Now let's move back to the guitar so I can show you a really cool Tool trick that's in so many of their songs. Alright, so this is a very basic, very simple trick, but the results are great. So let me show you. So I've got my guitar here plugged in and I've got the volume knob all the way down, and I'm just going to strum a D chord here, and I'm going to slowly increase the volume knob. So what that does is it creates a really nice swelling effect, which is really great for transitioning into the next section of the song, especially with a track like this, which has a slightly more ambient and chilled intro compared to this next section, which I'm going to get to, which is a lot more energetic. So for this next section, I wanted to incorporate that classic Tool groove. So I played an Adam Jones styled guitar track. This is what I came up with. I went and double tracked that guitar, which is just recording a second take and recording the 2 takes left and right to get a really nice thick and wide guitar sound, which just sounds absolutely beautiful. So next we've got a bass line for this section, and here I'm supporting the guitar and adding that groove in the low end. So nothing too crazy like the last bass part, but this is what I came up with. So something that's very important in getting that Justin Chancellor bass sound is using a pick, of course, but also using fresh round 1 strings. Unfortunately, I can't afford to get new strings every time I want to record. So what I did to kind of counteract this is add a little bit of extra treble in there just to get that sparkle and brightness that you would have with fresh strings. If you'd like to help me get some new bass strings, I really recommend checking out my online shop where you can get mixing and tone presets, drum kits, drum loops, all kinds of stuff to help you make music, and it really helps the channel out. So on to the next part, we have the drums, and Danny Carey, the drummer for Tool, is one of, if not the best drummer in the world, so there's no way I'm coming anywhere close to what he would come up with, but I think I did a pretty good job. Alright, so then I recorded some vocals. I did my best Maynard impression, but can save that for the full thing. So if you guys have liked the video, please leave a like. If you really liked it, please consider subscribing. And if you want to support the channel, again, please check out my online shop. And yeah, here is If Tool Made Nevermind by American Football. Let's just forget everything said and everything we did. Best friends and better halves.